Hi, Assalamualaikum. I am Syahirah binti Muhammad Yunus from SPP. Okay, I want to present about visual experiment, projectile motion. This experiment is about to determine the max height and range based on various angle and initial velocity. The principle of this experiment is a cannonball is fired at different velocity and different angle to the horizontal. The relationship between the range, the height, and of projection, the angle of inclination, and the firing, the velocity are determined. So we use these apps to know about the maximum height and range. We set up at first we set up this cannonball to 70 degree, and then the initial speed is to 7 meter per second, but the mass diameter and the gravity we constant because we want to know the max height and the range only. So after we set up it, we can launch the cannonball, and we take this to know the maximum height. The maximum height of this is 2.2 meter, and the range is 3.21 meter, but at this the range is half of the full range, so we can not take this, we just only can take the height of the maximum height of that. And after that we repeat this experiment in different initial speed at 12 meter per second and 50 meter per second, and the angle we use the different angle too, like 45 degree and 30 degree, so to know the difference about the maximum height and the range. So after we finish this experiment, we will collect the data and put this on this table. So this is the result from the experiment. From this result, we plot the graph, and then this is the result from the plot the graph. The graph of velocity versus the projector range. We can see the velocity, the higher velocity and the range of the cannonball is higher, but when the velocity versus maximum height, the velocity is higher, but the height of cannonball is not, because at 45 degree, the maximum height is the lowest, depends on 30 and 70 degree. Okay, for the range of cannonball, the range increase when the angle is lower than 45 degree, like 30 degree we can see 44.3 meter, right? And the maximum range is when it's come to 45 degree angle, but the range is decreased when the angle is high than 45 degree, but the lower or same for 90 degree. Like this 70 degree, we can see we got 3.21 meter only, right? So for the conclusion, we can see the maximum height is determined by initial vertical velocity. Since steeper launch angle have a larger vertical velocity component, increasing the launch angle increase the maximum height. Also, increasing the launch angle increase the time in the air. So that's all for me.